Sharon,
Yes, Ruth? How may I help you?
are you still at work?
Yes, I am. Kevin and I are talking about doing our best at work until we have children.
What are you talking about? You've been married for a year already. Shouldn't you have a child by now?
I think it's still too early for us.
Do you know why you can't have kids?
That's a hard question. Children are given to us by God. I don't have the answer.
What a silly thing to say. It's because you're not quitting your job.
What does my job have to do with it?
Well, if you live a busy life with a lot of stress, it's hard to have children.
But fortunately, I'm not stressed out. I work with nice people who know each other well. I'm blessed with a nice workplace.
You're a very easygoing person, aren't you? If you keep going like that, I will never be able to hold my grandchild.
It's hard to hear that directly from you. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I hope you can have a baby as soon as possible. Quit your job.
You can't just do that right away.
Are you still trying to talk back to me?
I'm sorry, Ruth. I have some urgent documents to prepare. I'll see you later.
Sharon, can I have a moment with you? I forgot to tell you yesterday. Did you finish your work already?
Yes, I just arrived home. What is it?
Are you making packed lunch for Kevin regularly?
No, we both work, so it's not easy to make lunch every day. That's why we just buy lunch or eat out. Kevin agreed with me on that.
What? I'm so stunned. From the time he was a student until he got married, I've been preparing his packed lunch. There wasn't a time I didn't prepare him lunch. I'm ashamed to hear that you're not even capable of doing that.
I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of. Every family's situation is different. Many couples work together now, so many people don't bring their packed lunch.
I don't care about other people. I'm talking about you.
I see.
It's a wife's duty to serve her husband, right? You neglect your duty just because you're working? Kevin is being too nice to you. I think he needs to stop that.
I'm sorry. I'll try to prepare his packed lunch as much as possible.
Isn't that obvious? That's why I told you to quit your job. But you didn't listen to a word I say. Anyway, are you taking Kevin's shirts to the dry cleaning?
Dry cleaning? We don't take Kevin's work shirts to the dry cleaning. Kevin says it's a waste of money, so I just iron them at home. I bought an iron that has a good performance. It finishes up beautifully.
What did you say? That's unacceptable.
Is something wrong with that?
His job is sales, right?
Yes.
If he doesn't wear something proper for a business meeting, he will be embarrassed. Have you ever thought how important his job is?
Kevin said ironing at home is enough.
I don't think you're doing your job as a housewife. You despise your husband and only think about cutting corners.
I'm not trying to cut corners. I've discussed this with Kevin and we both agreed.
Kevin is a kind man. He's just trying to take care of you who can't do the housework. Can't you even understand that?
I doubt that. I don't get that kind of impression from him anyway.
Oh, God. You are such a cocky woman. You always talk back to me. Why can't you listen to what I say?
I didn't mean to be cocky.
Anyway, think about Kevin and do all the housework above anything else.
I understand.
Sharon?
Good morning, Ruth. It's an early Sunday morning. What happened?
You both are off today, right?
Yes, we are. We're going to spend quality time at home. Kevin is all set to cook breakfast today.
Huh? Wait a minute. I can't believe you're making Kevin cook breakfast on his day off.
He's always busy, but he prepares meals for me. He said he'd make me breakfast today.
So you're just waiting for breakfast to be ready?
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
In my family, I never let my husband and son do that.
Is that so?
Your husband is out there working as hard as he can every day.
Yes, I'm well aware of that.
If you know that, you should at least let him relax on his days off. Don't you think so?
Actually, we're going to watch a movie from now.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying don't make Kevin do chores on his day off.
I see.
I was extra busy during my days off because I had to take care of my husband and son more than usual. I hope you do the same for Kevin.
I respect your hard work very much, Ruth. But those are not the times we live in anymore. Kevin enjoys doing the chores.
I told you, he's just being nice to you since he's a kind man, didn't I?
Even if that's true, that's our problem, so we'll discuss it. Don't worry about that.
What do you mean? That's enough. I'm getting irritated just listening to your nonsense talking.
Sorry for that. Good evening, Ruth. I need to ask you something.
What is it?
I know this is sudden, but do you have plans for next week's public holiday?
Why?
Actually, we're going to get together with relatives at my house. I was wondering if you and your husband could come too. Kevin would like both of you to come.
Oh, really? I was going to say no, but since it's Kevin's idea, I'll accept your invitation. Besides, I look forward to meeting my relatives. Anyway, I think my husband can't go since he'll be playing golf.
I see, too bad. Then you can come alone.
Okay, I understand. I don't really want to see you, so don't get me wrong. I'm only going because Kevin wants me to.
I know. I'm sure Kevin will be pleased. By the way, I have a favor to ask you.
What? Sounds creepy. What are you asking me to do?
Actually, it seems that everyone has plans for the morning and during the day. Besides, we're going out for shopping. We've decided that the best time for the family to get together is in the evening. So, could you come in the evening?
Why can't I go early? You're up to something, aren't you?
Absolutely not. It's just that it would be a shame not to be able to greet you when you arrive. I have preparations to do.
Is that really the reason?
You can trust me for that. So, could you please come in the evening?
Sure.
Can you promise me?
I promise. So stop being so persistent. You want me to go in the evening, don't you? I know exactly what I'm doing.
Good. Now please keep your plans open for next week's public holiday. I look forward to it. Ruth, where are you? Please contact me.
What is it?
You broke your promise, didn't you?
What do you mean?
I told you to come over in the evening.
So what?
You promised me, but you came into my house, didn't you?
I have the key to your house anyway. Besides, why should I wait until the evening? There is no way I could wait that long.
That's why I told you not to come before the evening. I reminded you, didn't I?
You didn't want me to go, did you?
What do you mean?
Because, you said your relatives are getting together. So I wondered what kind of food you prepared. That pizza you made looked so disgusting.
I beg your pardon?
The dough is soggy. I like thin and crispy dough. I thought you know what I like.
That's a terrible thing to say.
And what's with those ugly-looking cupcakes? How can you serve such unattractive cupcakes to people? It's so embarrassing.
Ruth, will you stop talking like that? You're being so rude.
It's too embarrassing for people to think that my son's wife made those food. I threw away all those bad-looking dishes before the relatives came.
All of them?
Yes, everything. I put it all in a garbage bag and left it near the front door, so please dispose that later. You should thank me because your relatives will never notice how bad you are at cooking.
Oh my God, that's horrible. It seems that you don't understand anything about people's kindness.
Stop being cocky. Who do you think you're talking to? No one would eat such a terrible dish anyway.
For your information, I didn't cook those dishes.
Huh? What do you mean by that? If you didn't cook it, who did?
It was your son.
No way. Kevin did that?
Besides, my cousins have been staying over since yesterday. They were happily making those while discussing with each other. But look at what you've done.
Why? Why did Kevin and my nephews cook?
Didn't you celebrate your 60th birthday the other day? We haven't celebrated with you yet. So Kevin said that he really wanted to celebrate your birthday.
Oh no.
Kevin said that you like to have a lively party. That's why he's been in touch with his cousins.
He did that all for me?
That's right. Kevin and his cousins get along well, right? So they decided to go on with the celebration right away.
Stop lying to me. Why didn't you say so from the beginning?
Kevin said he really wanted to surprise you, so he pretended as if he knew nothing. He asked me to invite you.
I didn't know about that. Oh, what have I done? What should I do to fix this, Sharon?
I can't do anything to save those food you threw away. I'm not a magician.
Don't say that. Think of a way instead. You're my son's wife, right?
I think it's better to be honest and apologize to Kevin and the others.
You idiot. If I do that, they'll know that I dumped those dishes.
Yes, but it's true, so it can't be helped, right?
I got a nice idea.
What is it?
Why don't you tell them that you were the one who threw those away?
Huh? Why should I? There's no reason for me to do that.
You can give me any reason you want. For example, you are too bad at cooking that you lost confidence. You were so shocked that you ended up throwing everything into the trash bin. Also, you should tell them that you're going to buy some fancy cupcakes instead.
I think you should just be honest.
What do you mean?
Everyone makes mistakes. So why don't you just apologize honestly?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Kevin would hate me if I do that, and my nephews will be disappointed too. Besides, my siblings will get mad at me.
You just want to look good in front of everyone, don't you?
That's not my main intention. Anyway, please do as you're told.
That's impossible.
Why?
Because Kevin and his cousins are watching this exchange.
What? Why didn't you say that earlier? You're always too late for everything.
Well, I think it's too late to say anything. By the way, Kevin is very angry. I can understand how he feels. He tried so hard to make you happy and even cooked for you, but you threw it all away.
Please, let me explain. I didn't know that he cooked those dishes.
When Kevin's cousins found out that their dish had been thrown away, they went home in disappointment. I feel sorry for them because it was me and Kevin who came up with the idea to have a party.
Oh no.
Your nephew said that they don't want to see you anymore. I don't think they'll ever see you again.
No kidding.
Besides, just like what you told me about your concern, I'm sure your siblings are furious too.
What should I do? It's all your fault.
Why? I didn't do anything wrong. It's your fault. If you had the heart to listen to what people have to say, this wouldn't have happened.
I don't need you to tell me that. You tore apart my relatives, even my son. How are you going to take responsibility for that?
It's none of my business. If you think you can do something about it, I think you should apologize first.
I can't do that. My pride won't allow it.
I don't think this is the right time to talk about pride. If you can't do it, you won't be able to get along with your relatives again.
You're lying. I have a good relationship with my relatives. Hey, that's enough. Huh? Kevin, is that you? Yeah, I'm so disappointed in you, Mom. I feel so sorry for my cousins who wanted to celebrate your 60th birthday. What am I supposed to tell them when I meet them next time? I'm sorry. It's my fault I made you and your cousins sad. But honestly speaking, it's Sharon's fault. She didn't give me a proper explanation, so I didn't know anything. Don't you dare blame my wife. It's not her fault. But she didn't explain to me properly. I asked her to do so. Now I understand how you've been abusing her all these years. I'm not abusing her. Don't talk to me like I'm some sort of wife beater. What you did to Sharon is bullying. I've heard about how you've been treating her so badly, but now that I'm married to Sharon, I asked her to put up with it because I didn't want you to feel lonely. What? Sharon told you about her communication with me? That's an invasion of privacy. Sharon shouldn't have done that. You have no right to say that, Mom, because you just ripped my heart apart. Kevin, my dear, I'm sorry I threw away your food. I'm sure my cousins feel the same way. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. What are you talking about? You can't say that. I'm your mother. It doesn't matter. Let's just cut ties. I don't want anything to do with someone who hurts people's hearts, even if the person is my own mother. Don't say that. You're my only child. Don't cut ties with me. Then you should just pretend you never had a child. That's too much to bear. For your information, I'm very angry. I'm going to block your number from now on. Kevin, wait. I'm sorry. Please, forgive me.
Sorry to interrupt. Kevin got angry and went to his bedroom.
Hey, Kevin is so angry, so you should apologize to him.
Why should I apologize?
It's because you didn't provide me a proper explanation. Tell him that you're sorry for making things worse between me and him. Go apologize to him.
Ruth, with all due respect, you don't seem to understand why your son got angry.
Huh? Are you being cocky again?
Frankly speaking, I can't help you. I hope you will receive a severe scolding and punishment from Kevin and your other relatives. You should reflect on what you've done.
Sharon, I won't forgive you. Are you trying to take away everything precious from me?
It seems that there's nothing more I can say to you. I'm going to block your number after this exchange.
What? Wait a minute. Don't do that.
I've already decided.
No, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. So please clear up everyone's misunderstanding.
It seems that you can't stop blabbering nonsense, so let's end our conversation here. Goodbye.
No, wait!
After that, my father-in-law, who found out what had happened, scolded his wife. Ruth was very careful to check up on me, but as expected, she completely neglected my father-in-law and did whatever she wants in her own way. My father-in-law declared that he's going to educate Ruth about common sense from scratch. He is lecturing her every day, keeping a close eye on her. Ruth is doing the housework unwillingly. Also, her relatives are still very upset. They are saying that they will stop socializing with her. Kevin still can't seem to forgive his mother for making him and his cousins so sad. He says he has no intention of seeing her at the moment. Ruth, who had the intention to bully me, is now hated by all her family members and relatives. I feel sorry for her, but she deserves it. I'm living a comfortable life now that I don't have to deal with Ruth's pestering messages. If she shows some remorse, I would like to visit her someday.
Hey, Naomi, what are you doing? Hold on for a minute. Sorry, I had a remote personal interview. What's up? Yeah, we were supposed to go to the amusement park tomorrow with the kids, right? Yep, that's right. Hey, wait a minute. Don't say... I'm sorry. I've got to go on a business trip. It's an urgent work. It's Mexico, so I'm gonna stay a little longer. I feel bad for the kids. Oh no, you're kidding, right? Again? That's what you said the other day when you canceled the aquarium trip. They will be so disappointed. I know, but it can't be helped. I have to work. You've been going on international business trips a lot. Something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. I'm busy. That means everything is going well. It's a good thing. It has been busy lately, so I just happen to have some business trips these days. Really? Before the aquarium, we were supposed to go camping, and we booked it, but you canceled it. I can't believe they keep announcing business trips the day before. This is not right. Is something wrong at work? No, it's nothing special. You work from home, so you wouldn't understand, but this is how it is if you work at an office. You know what I mean? I used to work at an office before. I work from home. But it wasn't like this. It's not like you get a sudden business trip every time. I have a different job as you. Besides, they expect a lot out of me. Hope you understand. Alright, then at least make up for it some other time. Tyler and Stefan were looking forward to the amusement park. I don't mind, but the kids. If you feel so, then why don't you take them out? How dare you? I mean, in the first place, I have a meeting outside once in a while. So I asked you to take them out during this weekend. Did you forget? Oh, was it so? Oh, maybe you're right. I told you to take them to the amusement park because I have an irregular work on the weekend. I mean, seriously. I'm sorry, but I have a business trip. I can't help it. I'll come home this evening packing my stuff and head to the destination tonight. You're leaving tonight? I have a meeting first thing tomorrow morning in Mexico. I'm too lazy to get up early and I can't be late. On your day off? Wow, what a hard work. So Tyler and Stefan, can you ask your mother since she lives near us? I'm sorry. I'll ask her. Seriously, you have to make it up sometime. They both have been complaining that they're not able to play with their dad at all. If you keep like this, they'll leave you eventually. Tell them that I'm working hard as the head of the family. Make sure you tell them. The head of the family is not at home though. Don't be so moody. I'll talk to my boss so I can make it up. If I tell him my family is about to fall apart if I don't spend time with you guys, I'm sure I can get some time off. Trust me. Okay, make some time for them ASAP. You've been canceling your plans continuously. Okay, I'll just finish up the remaining work and go home. Can you have my bag ready? Okay, what else do you need? I'll get everything ready when I get back, so it's fine. Thanks. Are you leaving after dinner? No, I'll leave as soon as I pack up. You don't need to do anything else. I'll buy something for dinner on the way, so don't worry about it. I'll see you later. This has been going on for the past year or so, and I suspected Kenneth cheating on me. I knew that his company was nice and his boss was a good man, and that he would never expect such a crazy business trip. How could he suddenly go on international business trips? This was just not right. Still, I was afraid to look into it and see if this was really cheating, so I was holding off on the divorce for the sake of the children. Naomi, have you gone to bed? I'm going home now, but it looks like I forgot my keys. Can you open the door? Hi, oh really? I was just about to go to bed with the kids. How long will it take you to get home? Well, in about an hour. I'll be home as soon as I can. I'll stay up for you then, so let me know when you arrive. If you ring the doorbell, the kids will wake up. I'm sorry, you're usually in bed by now. I mean, did you forget your key at home? I can't find it anywhere. Where did you leave it? Oh really? Maybe I dropped it somewhere. I don't know. Hey, don't lose our key. We have to change the lock. If it's not at home, maybe it's at work. Maybe you should go back and get it. You're not even sure if it's at work. What if you can't find it? I had a drink with my clients tonight, so I'm going straight home from there. If I go back to the office now, it's a long way and they'll probably be closed. I'll check it tomorrow. So you're okay with that? I'm scared, then I'll lock the chain, so let me know when you come home. Okay, don't worry. And if you don't have the key at your office, I'll have to change the lock. Let me know as soon as possible. Copy that. Anyway, I'll be home in an hour. I'll look around in my other bag when I get back. Yes, please. Look for anything you can think of. I know you're sleepy. You're usually in bed by now. I'm so sorry. It's okay. I usually take the kids to bed and then sleep with them, but it's not like I can't stay awake. Don't worry about it. I'll get on the train and get home ASAP. It's okay. You don't have to rush. You'll end up coming home all sweaty. I'm going to take a shower when I get home anyway, so I'll be fine. I'm so ready to take a shower. I'll have your pajamas ready. I'll leave them in the bathroom. Thanks. I'll take a quick shower and go to bed. If the key wasn't at home, I would have to go to the office first thing tomorrow morning to find it. Okay, well, I'll be waiting for you at home, so come home soon. Be safe. Okay. I'll let you know when I get home. I decided to watch a late-night TV show that I usually don't watch while waiting for Ken. Then, that TV show convinced me that he was cheating, which I had been avoiding until now. I decided that I had no choice but to get over it, so I gradually packed up my belongings for a week and prepared to leave the house. Naomi, sorry. I'm going on another business trip from tomorrow. Again? You promised to go out to make up for the amusement park. How dare you? I'm really sorry. It's work. All I can do is apologize. Yeah, I'm used to it. The business trip is from tomorrow, but I'll leave tonight, so I can't come home tonight. I'm so sorry. What about your things? I keep them at my office just in case something like this happens. Oh, by the way, I found the key in a bag at the office. Sorry for making you worried. Well, that's great. I don't have to change the lock. Yeah, good thing. Okay, I'm about to leave, so I might not be able to reply for a while. This time I'm going to a rural area, so I'm afraid it might have a bad signal. Oh yeah? Okay, well, I'll let you know what I need to tell you first. Good timing. What? Let's get divorced. What? Divorce? What's wrong all of a sudden? Don't tell me it's because I've recently canceled the plans. But I told you that's because of work, right? I mean, this is not something you talk about through text. I know it's work, but those cancellations are the reason we're getting divorced. I told you it's work, so I don't have a choice. Don't annoy me so much. Work? Don't make me laugh. You're cheating on me. Did you think I know nothing? I told you I'm not cheating on you. I suspected it all along, but I didn't want to admit it. I didn't want to get divorced for the kids' sake, so I didn't want to look into it. But the other day, I saw it accidentally. Saw what? When you forgot the key and I was up unusually late at night, I watched a late night show that I normally don't watch. That's when I was convinced.
Late night show? What the hell did you watch?
You must have some idea. You looked so happy being interviewed. I haven't seen such a happy face for a long time.
No, wait, what? It really went on the air?
I knew you had an idea. You have another house besides ours, don't you? The show was like introducing people's house. Not our house, but you went to the house where you live with another woman. The clothes and the bag you were wearing on TV were the same clothes you were wearing when you canceled the movie, because you said you had a business trip. I saw it all.
No, that's wrong.
What is wrong?
That was a fake. There was a script. What it's like to live in a foreign country program. Everything was prepared and I just helped with it. The TV director was a friend of mine. He insisted me to do it.
Oh, that newborn baby was a fake too. How did you find a mixed-race baby?
I know, right? TV stations are amazing.
Hey, did you really think I wouldn't take any actions?
What do you mean?
Of course I looked into it. I knew something was going on. If you didn't have anything to hide, you would have told me. You don't want people to misunderstand you for hiding it, do you?
Right. So what did you find out?
I had a detective investigate your background, and I also went to the company with the lawyer and asked about your business trip.
Wait, you asked the company?
Yes. They said you haven't gone to a business trip since you joined the company. And you've been with your partner for the past 5 years? You've been back and forth between here and Mexico. And you have a newborn child. Hey, what did you want to do for having 2 families? Explain it in a way I can understand.
It just kind of happened. You can't help it if you have kids.
You didn't think it was disrespectful to both of us? Neither of the child is going to have no father on the paper. What were you thinking?
That's why I'm supporting them by paying their living expenses.
That's why you spend less on our living expenses and keep canceling the plans with Tyler and Stefan. You don't have the guts or the strength to support 2 families. Don't cheat on me so easily.
You're also working and making money, so there's no problem. We have money to live on.
That's not the point. Well, that's why you're like this. Anyway, I hope you get divorced and you pay the child support. I've been packing up and moving my stuff out little by little for the past week. I really don't need a family head who doesn't even notice that. Okay, that's enough.
You were moving your stuff out?
Thank God, my parents' house is close by. I'll move there and look for a new place once I'm done with the divorce and everything. My parents said there's no need to rush, so...
What? Your parents knew about this? I can't believe you were planning to move out without letting me know.
There's no way I'm going to tell you about moving out to someone who's going to be a stranger after the divorce. Are you nuts?
I don't accept divorce.
Are you going to stay married to me and keep cheating on me?
You're happy now, so why don't we just keep things the way they are? It would be easier for you if your husband didn't come home, wouldn't it?
The only one who is happy is you, stupid. I don't want to live this life of suspecting cheating or expecting you anymore, so I'm divorcing you and I'm giving you to your partner. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm abandoning you.
Don't talk to me like I'm a thing.
I'll have a lawyer talk to your partner. You'll both have to pay me the child support. The kids are still young, so I wonder how much you have to pay me. I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Wait a minute, Naomi, I did cheat on you. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry about that. But I never intended to divorce you at all. I don't have enough money to pay the child support. I'll take Tyler and Stefan to the amusement park, the aquarium, and even camping.
So what?
Will you reconsider the divorce?
I can't. You betrayed us for 5 years and now you want to go to an amusement park and an aquarium to make it up for it? That's not going to make up for 5 years of betrayal. Even the kids say they're okay without their dad.
No, I'm really sorry.
I should have looked into it sooner when I started to suspect, instead of being afraid. As a result, I made Tyler and Stefan feel sad by canceling so many times. I've decided to prioritize things and live with them, and for that reason, I don't need you. If you feel bad, make sure you pay the money.
Don't say that. Of course I can't.
The house is rented in your name. If you want to cancel the lease, do so. We don't need it anymore.
Wait, Naomi. You'll understand if we talk. Please just listen to me.
Understand what? The reason for the affair? The good thing about cheating? About the affair? Or about how wonderful your Mexican wife is? Or how wonderful Mexico is? Are you kidding me? I don't want to understand them. Well then, I guess we'll just have to discuss the rest with a lawyer. We're leaving the house now.
Please, Naomi, wait. I like my life the way it is. Please reconsider.
I hate the life I have now and I will get a new life. You know how long I've put up with you. I'm sick of it.
Oh no, Naomi, please, don't say we're getting divorced, please.
In the end, with the help of my lawyer, Ken and I got divorced. I demanded the child support and property division to Ken. He got upset and complained the broadcaster by saying they destroyed the family because of that TV program, but they said he signed a permission to film. But because of that, people around him noticed the 5-year affair in the second family, so he is now living a lonely life with no one around him. What happened to the other partner? Of course they broke up right away. It seems like she went back to her parents' home. I guess she wasn't interested in a man without money.
You said you're going for a business trip, right? When will you go?
Huh? Were you listening to me? It's from today. I won't be around until tomorrow.
Oh, I see.
Did you forget about that?
It's none of my business what you do.
Well, yeah, but...
So you're not coming home today, right?
No, I'm not. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I think you'll be surprised later.
What do you mean by that?
That's something you're going to have to wait until you get home.
When you say it like that, it makes me even more curious. Why don't you just tell me now, Archie? I honestly have a bad feeling about this.
That's rude. It could be a good thing, you know. I'm trying to surprise you, but you don't seem pleased at all. That's very disappointing.
I'm sorry, but I'm not feeling happy. I'm rather worried. I have the feeling that the surprise you're preparing is not a good thing.
Don't talk like that.
Because the last time you said that, you were fired from your job, right? I honestly have a bad feeling about this too. I'm anxious and nervous. Can you tell me now?
No kidding. Don't you ever think of enjoying that excitement?
Not at all.
You're such a boring woman.
Yeah, sorry for that. So, what is it?
Actually, my dad and mom decided to move in together. You're working too, so that's a big help, right?
What?
My parents love this house. They want to move in with us, so I said okay. They said they'd move in tomorrow.
Are you stupid? What are you talking about? How can you decide such an important thing without discussing with me in advance?
For heaven's sake. They're my parents, so it's obvious that I decided right away. Anyway, they're moving in together tomorrow.
Wait a minute. That's just too selfish.
They told me that they're gonna move the huge furnitures later. Anyway, my parents are coming tomorrow, so let's all live together and get along. Our house is going to be lively from now on. I'm looking forward to it.
You must be kidding me. I have no idea what you mean. I don't know what's going on. Explain it to me.
I just explained everything to you. Mom and Dad like this house. Why don't you get it?
That's not what I'm talking about. How can you allow your parents to move in so soon without consulting me first? It's beyond my comprehension. I can't keep up with you.
You're so stupid. Why can't you understand my explanation? I have no idea how I should explain to make you understand.
I can't talk about this anymore. I've had enough. I'm telling you, your parents can't just suddenly move in with us. Why do you have to decide all by yourself? Who gave you permission to do that?
Huh? Don't get cocky. It's my house, so what's wrong with me making decision? It's a wife's duty to follow her husband's decisions without complaining, isn't it?
Are you really that stupid? I bought that house in my name, didn't I? I'm the one who is paying for the mortgage. For your information, I'm not only paying for the house, I'm also paying for all your living expenses. The house is not yours. Don't be ridiculous. You're trying to let your parents move in a house I bought without my permission. That's insane.
The house is my house. I don't know what's wrong with that.
Why can't you understand the main problem here?
I wonder if I don't have enough intelligence level.
Don't be silly. You're pissing me off. Anyway, I can't do it.
What? I already said yes to my parents. I think they're heading this way.
Huh? You said yes to them? Who gave you permission to do that?
Don't be upset. Don't you think it's better to have more people living in our house? The house will be more lively, and we can have fun together. Moreover, my parents said that they'll pay a small amount of the living expenses too.
What do you mean by a small amount? You don't even pay for our living expenses, and now your parents only want to pay a small amount for that? Are you telling me that you want me to pay for the rest? No way. Do your parents know you don't work?
I don't think they know about that. I don't think I've told them.
You quit your last job a year and a half ago. You say you're looking for a job, but I don't even know if you're really looking for a job. Despite that, are you going to let your parents live with us?
I'm currently doing job hunting. I told you that I'll get a job at a famous company someday, didn't I? Why don't you just calm down first?
Why are you expecting me to calm down when you haven't even found any job yet? You've been telling me that you'll get a job soon over and over again. But look at you now. You're still jobless. I'm the one who's doing extra job because of that. You don't understand anything. Aren't you ashamed of yourself for living like a pimp?
A pimp? How rude. I've decided I'm not going to get involved in the family finances. I'm leaving you in charge of that, and I don't have a problem with it. I'm making ends meet with the money you give me. You have no right to complain.
What a pathetic guy. You say you can't manage the money, so I'm managing the family finances. But that doesn't mean you don't have to work. Besides, who's gonna take care of your parents? Me? That's absolutely impossible.
Huh? That's your duty as my wife. There are plenty of wives in this world who actually take care of their in-laws, right?
If a wife is supposed to take care of her in-laws, isn't the husband's job to work and earn money? What about that?
I'm protecting our house.
I don't think so. You just sit at home and watch TV on high volume. When you get bored, you play video games, then eat all the snacks. You don't do a single housework, so don't add more people.
I can't believe you just said that. You really are a heartless woman.
What did you say?
My parents said that they want to live with us. Don't you think I'd be happy to live with them? Why are you so insensitive to my parents' feelings? Aren't you ashamed of yourself for behaving like that toward my elderly parents?
How dare you talk to me like that? I'm so stunned. Aren't you ashamed if your elderly parents know about your situation? Before you agree to let them move in, you should get a job first. Or at least show some signs of helping out with the housework if you don't want to work. Seeing you living a life of idleness, your parents must be embarrassed of you.
I'm not doing the housework, but I'm taking control of our household.
I don't understand. Stop making jokes that aren't funny.
You're such a boring woman. I don't care what you say, my parents are coming tomorrow. I was going to surprise you. Too bad that you already found out. Anyway, my parents will start living with us from tomorrow.
No, absolutely impossible. Please don't let your parents live with us.
You're so persistent. Are you serious?
You're more persistent than me. You keep saying things that don't make sense. I hope this whole thing is just a dream I can forget right away when I wake up.
It can't be a dream. My parents are saying that they'll pay for the living expenses too. I don't want to refuse.
What? You're such a coward. You're already in your 40s. I can't believe you let your parents live with us just because you want to get some allowance from them. What a scumbag.
Scumbag? That's rude. Anyway, I'm the head of the family, so I have the right to make decisions. I made the decision, so you have to cooperate and follow them.
Absolutely not.
Aren't you glad that my parents are willing to live together with us? You're part of the family, and you're supposed to cooperate. All you have to do is to follow my lead.
Then we should stop being a family.
Excuse me?
I'm not going to cooperate with you. You can go ahead with the divorce.
What are you talking about? You've got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding. I'm very serious.
Wait a minute. Are you really sure about that?
I'm saying I want a divorce and I'm serious.
Divorce? That's not a funny joke.
I told you I'm serious, didn't I? Do you think I'm the kind of woman who would joke about something like that? I can't stay married with a man who is jobless and doesn't even want to listen to his wife's opinion. We'll be strangers soon.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. If you want to live together with your parents, then you must leave the house right away.
Huh?
Why don't you leave that house and find a house that your parents will like? I know what you and your parents are up to. Your parents' house was taken by the debtors, and they have to evict you, right?
How do you know that?
I know you were trying to make life easy for your family by moving into my house, but that's not going to happen. I won't give you and your family the precious house I bought with my own money. Why should I take care of you and your family? I have no such obligation.
Huh? That's your duty, because you're my wife. You could at least do that for me, couldn't you?
It's been 1.5 years since I left my current company. 2 years after I left my last company, I've been taking care of you for at least 3.5 years. That's enough. I can't do this anymore. Are you trying to make me overworked? You said that you were using the money I gave you. But the fact is, you secretly withdrew it from my account without permission.
What? How did you find out?
Anyone can find out about that by checking the bank book. You're stealing my money, Archie. Because you withdrew money from my account without my permission. Are you aware of what you did?
That's not true. We're a married couple after all.
But you withdrew money from my account without my permission. I count that as a debt.
Debt? Why? It's our family's income, so it's not a debt.
A debt is a debt. Anyway, I have proof. I'm getting a divorce no matter what. I'm going to ask you to pay back all your debts anyway.
Are you telling me that you've been planning this all along?
Of course not. You didn't even get a job. You've been slacking off for 3.5 years, talking nonsense all the time. You've been eating up the family's finances until now, but I didn't complain at all. I don't know what's normal anymore, though. Since you've invited your parents to live together, I think it's a perfect timing. I'll divorce you without hesitation.
I'm not getting a divorce. That's impossible.
Well, I think you'd better find a job as soon as possible since no one's gonna pay for your living expenses.
Now that we're married, let's continue to get along.
Anyway, pack up your stuff and leave before I get back, okay? I think I'll be back tomorrow evening, so please do that before then.
Huh? Don't be reckless.
I'm not reckless. While I was going for a business trip from tomorrow, you just decided to let your parents move into our house, right? So you could at least move out too. You don't have lots of stuff anyway. Why don't you just leave on your own?
That's too sudden. Do I really have to leave?
That's what I'm saying. Why can't you understand? I'm just saying that you should get kicked out of our house and move into that shabby house with your parents.
I don't want to live in a shabby house. I don't care what my parents think, but I don't want to.
What? You're the one who said that we shouldn't ignore your parents' feelings. Did you forget?
Well,
it's better to have a shabby house than nothing, isn't it? Too bad that you won't be able to live there anymore soon.
that's why I want to live with you.
That's not gonna happen because I've already decided to quit being your family. Now I'm finally ready for work.
Wait a minute. You've had enough fun already, haven't you? I really don't want to hear this kind of joke. If you wanted me to work so badly, you should have told me sooner. You didn't tell me anything. You're so arrogant to suddenly kick me out of the house. Anyway, I'm not getting a divorce.
How dare you? I told you over and over again to work, and yet you said all those nonsense and did nothing. It's too late now. If you say you won't agree to a divorce, I'll have to get a lawyer involved in the divorce proceedings. If that's the case, you'll have to pay alimony as well.
Alimony?
Isn't that obvious? I already have enough reasons and evidence for a divorce. I'll charge you alimony, including the money I've lent you.
Hold it right there. Isn't that too much? Don't be so upset.
I think you're the one who's upset. I'm totally ready for a divorce, so I have nothing more to say. If you won't agree to the divorce, then hire a lawyer.
I need to get out of our house and find a new place to live. I also need to find a job soon. I can't get a divorce nor get out of the house.
I want a divorce. That's it. That's all.
I won't be able to play video games.
There you go again. You're such a scumbag to the core. I wonder why I didn't divorce you earlier. If I had done it sooner, you wouldn't have wasted my money. What a disgrace to my life. By the way, if you're still home tomorrow, I'll call the police for trespassing.
Calling the police? I can't believe you're going to do that to your own husband.
I don't consider you my husband anymore. You're a stranger. If you enter my house without permission, that means you're trespassing.
That's too much. It's just a quarrel between you and me. Let's not do that anymore. I'm sorry about everything. I'll talk to my parents to think twice about moving in together. Forgive me.
Why are you talking so big? I really hate you. I'm never going to live with you. If you need a roommate, why don't you ask your parents? It's none of my business, so just go ahead and do it.
Don't be so cold. We're a married couple, right?
Unfortunately, in my mind, we're strangers now. Soon enough, you'll have a taste of my hard work by finding yourself a proper job. From morning till night. No, I think you need to work more than that to make ends meet. You won't have any spare time to play video games and so on. Are you ready to face the reality?
No way, that's a living hell. I absolutely hate it.
You have to take care of your parents. You have to work for them too. You're going to be so busy. You can't make your parents upset, right? You were the one who said that out loud.
That was just a figure of speech. I'm sorry, please forgive me.
It's not about forgiveness. You disgust me so much. I have nothing to say anymore. From now on, if you touch or break anything in the house, I'll have to charge you for compensation. If you do, I'll put that in your debt. Well, I'm sure you're already in debt, but it can't be helped.
What? I don't know if I can pay.
I don't care about that. It seems like you were planning to surprise me, but it totally backfired. You didn't think I was this far along in the divorce preparations, did you? You'd better get serious from now on. Work as hard as you can to make up for everything you've done.
Oh no.
Archie was living a carefree life according to his own interpretation of the situation. However, when he plotted to take over the house she had purchased, it all came crashing down. Everything was ruined because he tried to take over the house that Michelle had bought. She also found out that Archie's plan of living together with his parents. This triggered her to start the plan she had been preparing. Without any hesitation, she decided to get a divorce. Perhaps because of his low intelligence level, Archie had a hard time understanding the magnitude of the situation. But when Michelle asked him for a divorce, he gradually began to realize. Once he realized how serious she was and that he had to leave the house, he panicked. But it was already too late. In the end, Michelle demanded Archie to leave the house they were living in by the next day. His income is zero. He was a scumbag who depended on Michelle for everything. Archie had nowhere to go. He tried to rely on his parents' house, which was in shambles. But the house had been taken away because of his family debt. As a result, the three of them became homeless. Until now, Archie had spent all his time playing video games each day. But now he's working at morning, noon, and late at night. He was finally able to rent an old apartment. In addition to the rent, it seems that Archie also earns money for living expenses. But his parents spent all their money betting on the horse race. Naturally, they could not afford their expenses anymore. Archie could no longer afford to buy new games too. Only heaven knows what will happen to Archie and his parents in the future.
Nice to meet you. You're Scott's wife, Rachel? Yes, nice to meet you. I'd like to talk to you. Do you have a moment now? Who is this? How do you know my number? My name is Sarah. I used to work for the same company as your husband. I had just joined the company, so he was my trainer. I asked him for your number. I see. I didn't know he was training a newbie. He was a very nice trainer. By the way, what do you need from me? Yes, this is very important. Actually, I've been dating Scott for about 7 years now. What? What do you mean by dating? We love each other. Love each other? My husband is married to me. Of course, I know that. So you knew he is married and you were dating him? Yes, 7 years ago. Scott, my trainer, and I, the trainee, fell in love. I still believe that we are meant to be. In other words, you were having an affair with him, is that correct? For 7 years? 7 years ago, I think that's the time we got married. You guys have been dating before we got married? That is right. At that time, he chose you and I couldn't be his wife. But now we don't know which of us he is serious. Hey, this is not some kind of joke. I wouldn't text to tell a wife something like this as a joke. Right. Scott and I have a 4-year-old daughter. What? A 4-year-old daughter? My youngest daughter is 4 years old too. I mean, you kept it a secret for 7 years. Why are you telling me now?
Are you asking me to break up or something?
No, there is no need to. It seems that he doesn't want to get divorced either. And I am quite satisfied with my life as it is now.
But your daughter has no father, right? Are you raising her by yourself?
It's fine. Scott comes to our house and plays the role of a father.
That's why he's not around on weekends. And when he spends so much money on drinking and golf, actually it was for...
He gives us enough money every month to live on, so we don't have any problems on living. I don't want to destroy your family either.
You've kind of destroyed it already. Then why did you tell me?
I'm thinking of letting my daughter take piano lessons.
Why not? That's a good idea. There's no need to ask for permission, is there?
But in order for her to practice piano as much as she wants, we need to move to a soundproof apartment.
Oh, okay.
Plus, if I buy a piano and let her take lessons, I'll need more money than that.
Well, if you're going to put that much effort into it, I'm sure you will.
That's why I wanted Scott to give us more money.
Excuse me?
I heard that you manage the living expense, so I reached to you directly.
Do you mean that we have to give money from our family's budget to a woman who is having an affair? Is that why you told me about the affair you have been continuing for the past 7 years?
I was going to keep it a secret from you, but it's for my daughter's sake. I had no choice. You work from home, right? We depend on Scott's money and we're having a hard time.
If that's the case, why don't you work?
I am having a hard time raising my daughter.
I mean, I have 2 children, but I work.
Anyway, we've reached the limit to make ends meet with his savings and allowance, so please give us some of your money.
I give him quite a lot of money every month, and now that I know it's being used for you and the child, I feel like not to give him any more. And now you want me to give you even more money? Do you realize how selfish you are?
We won't destroy your family. I'm just asking for money. Is that a problem?
You're the type of person who doesn't understand. Fine.
I'm glad you understand. Then can you transfer the money today?
No, I can't do it today. Anyway, I like to confirm things with my husband. If it's about money, it's not something I can answer right now. Would it be alright if I talk to you later?
Yes, but I would like her to start taking piano lessons as soon as possible. Please reach me as soon as you can.
It was truly shocking. It is true that my husband is very busy and spends very little time at home. However, when he is home, he is a good father who often plays with the children. When I asked him when he came home that night, he admitted to cheating on me and apologized.
Ma'am, it has been almost a week now since that day. Have you considered about it? My daughter is looking forward to going to a class soon.
I checked with my husband right after that, and he admitted it. So I decided to believe your story.
Okay, so what about the money?
We cannot support you financially, so I refuse.
What? My beautiful daughter has a talent for the piano. Are you going to crush her talent? How can you do such a terrible thing?
That has nothing to do with us.
It does, because her dad is Scott. She's your husband's child.
We're getting divorced.
What? Divorce? No, I didn't ask for that. What are you doing?
We've thought it over. I think it's difficult to manage 2 families' finances on my husband's income.
That may be so, but...
So he should divorce me and be together with you.
Wait, I'm sure you can manage your family finance with your income.
So you want me to give you all of my husband's income? That's very arrogant of you.
We don't have any money, so there's nothing we can do. Without his income, my daughter and I will starve. That's because you don't work. I told you I'm busy raising my daughter, didn't I? That's just an excuse. In fact, I am raising 2 children myself. I work in between. That's, Today I'm discussing divorce with my husband with a lawyer. Oh no! I'm leaving everything else to him. I believe he's going to your place. So you guys decide the rest. You should officially become husband and wife and raise your daughter together. I don't think that's a good idea. I want things to stay the way they are. I can't now that I know about the affair. I can't live the same way. But you have 2 kids, right? Wouldn't they be better to stay with Dad? Yes, but it's better to be divorced and raise myself than to live with a man who cheated on me. My kids and I will be moving out soon, so you guys cannot reach me anymore. I don't think they would want to know that their father is a man who cheated on his wife before they were married. But don't you feel sorry for Scott? He won't be able to see his children. He cheated on me. He deserves it. What? So don't worry. You can marry Scott. I told you I'm not asking you to divorce or remarry. Why? If he divorces me and remarry you, he can spend his income on you. Up until now, I've been managing his money, but that will be gone. It's good for you. I'm not interested in destroying other people's families. It's already over 7 years ago when you started dating my husband. But you only found out recently. I did find out recently, but if he has been cheating on me for the past 7 years, then we were over from 7 years ago. That's not my fault. No, I think my husband is the worst. That's why I'm divorcing him. Please don't divorce him. I feel sorry for him. I have no compassion for people who cheat. Well, I have to go see my lawyer now, so if you'll excuse me. Wait a minute. Don't get divorced. He'll be sad. The woman who introduced herself as Sarah said some mysterious things, so I discussed it with my lawyer. He suggested me that he would do a background check on her, so he started to investigate her while we proceeded a divorce. I told my husband not to see her until the investigation was done, and finally I was able to get the results that I can satisfy. Hey, why is Scott moving in with us? Please don't do anything without asking me. The lease is under Scott's name, and the person living there is someone he has been with for many years and his daughter. So it's natural that he would move in there after divorcing me. That's true, but... Then I don't see any problem with Scott living with you. There are many problems. I only need him to come see us a few times a week. Is that because you don't want your real boyfriend to find out? What? What are you talking about? What do you mean by a real boyfriend? I don't have anyone else. There's no point in playing dumb. I thought something was wrong, so we investigated you. What? Sarah, you have another boyfriend, don't you? Perhaps your daughter is his child. My child is definitely Scott's child. If you don't say so, you won't get any money from Scott. What's up with you? Do you have any proof? I won't forgive you if you insult me without any proof. I looked up the date of birth of your daughter and calculated backwards. Huh? That was when Scott was on a long business trip. He was abroad for about 3 months. Isn't it strange to have a child? There could be some time gap. Besides, your daughter is 4 years old, right? My daughter's birthday is 6 months after yours. It was the year I got pregnant, so I remembered he had to go on a long business trip. I was able to know the truth because our children are the same age. I certainly don't have any clear evidence, but what would Scott do if he found out about this? Don't tell me you told him. So your daughter is not Scott's child? So what? My real boyfriend doesn't make much money, so I'm just pretending that she's Scott's child for the time being. He is happy believing it. It would be better for him not to tell anything unnecessary. Well, it's none of my business. Do as you please. Anyway, I've already told Scott, but you guys have to pay me the child support. What? Child support? Yes. When you told me about the affair, you were prepared for this situation, weren't you? If you had kept it quiet, I wouldn't have known, but you reached and told me you are having an affair. It's like you want to pay me the child support. Why would I pay? I'm the one who gets paid, right? I don't understand how you can get that idea. For 7 years, you knew my husband was married. You guys were cheating on me, right? Then I have the right to ask for the child support. I've already told you that we don't have that kind of money. I've been telling you for a while now that you should work. I was getting money from Scott because I didn't want to work. It seems like he has been paying you a lot of money. Thanks to you, he has no more savings. Now he's penniless. That's what he wanted to do for me. In other words, you lied to him that she's his child and steal his money though. Depending on the case, but he may also ask you to take the responsibility. Well, it doesn't matter to me. From now on, you guys have to pay me. The child support for 2 children, so I'm sure it's going to be tough. That's not my business. But it seems like he's planning to remarry you. I know it's going to be tough, but please work hard and pay. Wait! Don't put me in trouble. You know I have a real boyfriend. I don't want Scott if he doesn't have any money. Please tell him that directly. I've already decided to ask for the child support and we've already got divorced. You are no longer of any concern to me. Oh no. I'll return him to you, so come and get him. I don't need him. No, thank you. My real boyfriend is coming. Please, let me live my life as before. Why don't you just stay with him and live as you have been doing? We can't go back to the way we were before. Why do I have to listen to all of your favors? I'll do anything what you ask. Then suffer. No, hey! Scott started to bring in his stuff. There's no way 3 of us can live in this small apartment. Well, he has already moved out of our house, but he doesn't have much stuff, so you should be fine. He sold things which he collected as a hobby to earn money to pay you. It seems like he really cares about your family over there. That's not good. If my real boyfriend found out, I'd be in trouble. You're lucky I saved you the trouble of explaining it to him. Please, I don't need him anymore. I'll give him back. I don't need him too. I'm sorry I had an affair, so please go back to the way things were. Please take him back. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting ready to move out, so I have to go. Wait. I'm sure you guys will receive a letter from my lawyer regarding the child support. Please work hard and pay it. I beg you, please help me, Rachel. My real boyfriend is coming. Hey, please help me. Eventually, it was discovered that the daughter was not Scott's child. Sarah was also demanded to return the money Scott had paid until now. She had no choice but to work. She is now exhausted from hard work, day and night. On the other hand, Scott is asking me to get back together, but I have been ignoring him. How can a person who cheated on his wife be forgiven? The world is not that easy. By the way, Sarah's real boyfriend found out about the whole thing. He took her daughter, his own child, to his parents' home and raised her with his own hands. Of course, he decided to keep his distance from Sarah.
How long are you going to keep depending on your son, Anastasia? Get away from him, old hag. Don't you ever think that you're better than me? Wait a minute. Esther, what's wrong with you? Huh? I was just being nice to you since my husband-to-be was there. Don't get carried away just because you're gonna be my mother-in-law. You're a completely different person. Did I do or say something to offend you? I'm annoyed that you're asking me so many questions. You even asked me to teach you how to use apps. Why don't you just use the internet and search for some sort of user manual? But you were so kind to me earlier. That's because Marco was there. I can't just treat you badly in front of him. I wonder why you don't understand that. But don't you think I'll tell Marco that you're being rude to me? I don't think you have the courage to do that. Besides, if you tell him, you'll be depriving your son's happiness. Am I right? Yes, you're right. What a lousy woman! Why do you think of me that way? I hate your wishy-washy personality. People who are flabby aren't attractive. If you are the person who gave birth to Marco, you should be more brash and beautiful. Why don't you just have the confidence and be magnificent? Are you really Marco's biological mother? Marco is truly the child I gave birth to. Stop insulting me. Anyway, my dream was to go shopping and cooking together with you. But you're so boring, so I can't do those things with you. How dare you crush my dream? I'm sorry about that. You're right. I'm not a great cook, but I can teach you how to cook Marco's favorite food. What? I already know how to cook that, so you don't have to teach me. I know Marco better than you. Yes, you're going to be his wife, aren't you? Why are you so humble after being told all this? Aren't you angry? I don't understand. You are the love of my son's life, so I believe in you, Esther. If so, give me some money. Money? What are you going to do with the money? I want to get more cosmetics, bags and stuff, so that I can be a wonderful wife for Marco. You believe in me, right? Then please buy me some. I don't think collecting cosmetics and bags will make you a great wife. You'd be more beautiful if you improve yourself by studying or something similar to that. Oh my God! Are you a dinosaur or what? We're living in modern era. Anyway, I don't want to be your caregiver in the future. I'm sorry. If you're sorry, can you send me $500 in the form of a gift card right away? Gift card? How should I do that? Jeez! You don't even know how to do that? Jump to this URL and send it to me. I'm not sure, but I'll take a look. Send it to me by the end of the day. I won't forgive you if you don't do that. I'll try. Just stop doing anything unnecessary, will you? Did I do something I shouldn't? I don't remember anything about that. You sent me fish and pumpkin pie again. How many times do I have to tell you that I don't like that? I don't want it anymore, so don't send it to me. You didn't like it? You said it was delicious when you were eating with Marco, so I made it again for you. I'm sorry. I didn't know that you didn't like it. I'll be careful next time. I can't stand the smell of that dish. It makes me nauseous. Yuck. Sorry to hear that. Anyway, it's Marco's favorite food. So you should give it all to him. I'm sure he'll eat it. I already threw it in the trash can. I can't believe you just did that. What's wrong with that? That's enough. There are things you are allowed to do and things you are not allowed to do. I can't believe you don't know that. Huh? Are you angry? Of course. If you think I won't get angry no matter what you do, you are mistaken. There are people who need food but aren't capable to get it. Besides, don't you feel sorry for the farmers and fishermen who work hard to provide the ingredients for the pie? You are so childish. I'm surprised. I can't believe that suddenly you're lecturing me. You're just angry because I threw away the pie you spent so much time and effort to make, right? What a bunch of crap. I was shocked that someone threw away a pie I made with love, that's for sure. But I'm more upset about the act of wasting food like what you did. That's too shallow. Are you telling me that you won't forgive me? Are you gonna tell Marco too? That's horrible. I don't care about that at all. I understand that you don't like me, Esther. I think it's inevitable. People have likes and dislikes. But I don't want you to be the kind of person who does something like this. So I hope you'll reflect on that a little and your behavior from now on. You're the one who needs to be sorry for sending me pie because I'm sick of your long-windedness. Oh, for heaven's sake. I wonder what's the point of having this conversation with you. Don't you feel guilty at all? Why should I? I didn't do anything wrong. Well, that's too bad. Let me think about you for a while. What do you mean? I don't know what you're thinking about, but seriously? Don't do anything unnecessary, okay? The wedding is next month, and Marco's happiness is to get married to me. Don't you ever forget that. Yes, I understand. Give me a break, will you? How long are you in a daze? Why are you ignoring me? Hey! Oh, I'm sorry. I was sleeping, so I didn't notice. I heard that you fell sick and was hospitalized. We had to postpone the wedding because of you. Of course, Marco would be worried about that. You've got to be kidding me. You should have just held the wedding as planned without worrying about me. Marco insisted on inviting you and he wouldn't listen to me. That's seriously the worst. He's so stubborn. Marco is such a sweet boy. It's not a big deal anyway, right? Get out of the hospital as soon as possible. We don't have enough time to prepare for the wedding. Why don't you just go home and sleep instead? I've been thinking about you lately. What are you saying out of the blue? You're so creepy. You're beautiful and you're a great girlfriend of Marco in front of everyone. But I'm not sure how long that will last. Someone's true personality is something that comes out unknowingly. Huh? What do you mean? I'm worried that when you have children, they'll grow up with a scar in their hearts because of how you'll treat them. As for me, I'm a human and I have a heart. I know that you are a human, so you don't have to tell me. You're not even willing to listen to me seriously. It's very important to listen to what other people have to say. What good does it do to listen to you seriously? You're annoying me. I've been struggling with this for a long time. I've been wondering if it's okay to keep your true personality hidden from Marco. I'm afraid he will regret it if he gets married to you. That's why I've been thinking about this matter for quite a while. Don't tell Marco about what I've done to you. I've made up my mind. I'll tell him everything. As his mother, I can't keep quiet. What are you talking about? You don't care if your son can't get married? I'm not saying I won't let him marry anyone. If he accepts the real you, I'll accept you too. But if you're deceiving him, I thought I should tell him that. It's obvious, isn't it? Seriously? Don't do anything unnecessary. Are you trying to ruin someone else's happiness? I'm sorry. I'll leave everything to Marco's judgment. Because of you, we broke up. Are you going to take responsibility for what you did? I'm glad to hear that. I think you would be happier to be with someone who can accept you for who you are. In this case, unfortunately, Marco isn't the one. No way! It must have been hard for you to live your life hiding everything about your true personality from Marco. I'm sure Marco will meet someone better than you in the future, and I'm happy for him. This is the best solution for everyone. It's not good for me! I wanted to be with Marco, even if I need to keep hiding my true personality. Don't measure people's happiness by your own values. Why do you want to be with him? Is it because his income is over $100,000 a year and you want to live a glamorous life every day, then show off to everyone around you about how wealthy you are? Huh? What are you talking about? Of course it's because I love Marco. I seriously don't get it. That's ridiculous. If you really love him, you wouldn't cheat on him, would you? What do you mean? Marco was aware that you were cheating behind his back. There was a time when you were acting strange, and he got curious, so he had a detective to check it out. Here's the picture. No kidding! Did Marco know about my affair? Oh no! I heard that he didn't mention about that to you because he thought you weren't serious with the guy you're having an affair with. Marco sure is such a nice guy, just as I expected. You've realized it now, haven't you? Marco isn't just a guy with a high income. He also has a good personality. There are many more wonderful things about him. I'm sorry, Anastasia. I will change my mind from now on, so please let me marry Marco. That's not up to me. Marco already decided to break up with you, right? Then I don't think it's possible to start over again with him. I don't think people's feelings can change that quickly. Why don't you persuade him? I need your help. If it was only about the affair, he said that he wouldn't have decided to break up with you. He said he doesn't want to spend the rest of his life with a woman who would bully his mother. I wasn't serious about that. I was only teasing you. With your help, maybe we could work something out? I'm sorry, but I can't help you because I honestly don't want him to marry you either. Oh no! And then Marco said that he's going to ask for alimony because you cheated on him while you two were still engaged. All you can do now as an adult is to take responsibility for what happened, Esther. I want you to start a new life from here. Huh? Alimony? Of course that's impossible. There's no way I can pay it. I don't know. It's not my decision to make. I'm sure you and Marco need to talk about the rest. Anyway, I won't contact you anymore. Wait! Just help me, please! I can't afford to pay for the alimony. Anastasia, please don't abandon me. I wish you and your boyfriend a happy life. My boyfriend has a wife, so he can't get married to me. You know that, don't you? Then I'll have to tell his wife about the affair too. Huh? Seriously, don't do anything unnecessary. I'm sorry. I'm a bit meddlesome because I was born in the era when dinosaurs still exist. And I have a strong sense of justice too. Seriously, stop that. I can't pay it if you charge me more. I hope you will have remorse about what you've done. Well then, goodbye. In this case, Marco has demanded $8,000 for the alimony from Esther. With the help of a detective, we also contacted the wife of the cheating partner. Esther had to pay a total of $18,000. She deserves that, right? I would like to support Marco since it seems that he was not a good judge of women. I think he learned a lot about life this time. Anyway, I've heard a lot about wife and mother-in-law problems, but I never thought that I got bullied by someone who was about to be my daughter-in-law. A year later, Marco introduced me to his new girlfriend. She is a very kind and pretty girl, so I think we will have a good relationship with each other this time. Hey, why don't you reply to my messages? Just break up with my darling right away. What did you say? I can't believe you didn't get what I just said. I'm telling you to break up with Darren.
Sorry, I think you're messaging the wrong person. Darren and I are engaged. Who are you?
I'm Darren's girlfriend. We're getting married soon, okay?
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, come on. Don't you get it, old hag? You should be shocked that your fiancé was taken away from you.
That's not true. Darren and I are planning to get married next month.
I think he'll probably break up with you tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. After all, he has a hot 22-year-old girlfriend now, and it's me. Of course, even Darren would prefer a young woman to an old woman like you. He said he has no interest in anyone but me.
How did you get my number? It's personal information.
I got it from Darren's phone. I know his password. That's how intimate a relationship is.
So you're saying that you're having an affair with Darren, aren't you?
Me? A cheating partner? Of course not. I'm his real lover, and you're the cheating partner. Darren told me about you, but we decided to start dating.
What did Darren say?
He said that he'll break up with you soon, so he wants me to wait for a while.
I see.
Too bad, Auntie. It's not my fault if you can't get married because you're too old. I'm sorry about that.
Anyway, I'll ask Darren about you. Is your name Jade?
Yes, I'm Jade.
Got it.
You and Darren have been together for about 3 years, right? Maybe he feels sorry for you, so he couldn't talk about breaking up. Please consider his feelings, okay?
Darren, do you know a girl called Jade?
Who's that? I don't know her.
She texted me just now. She said that she wants me to break up with you. According to Jade, she's your girlfriend.
No kidding. I know nothing about that.
Really? Can I trust you?
Well, yes, of course. We're getting married next month. There's no way I would cheat on you at such an important time. I think it was just a prank.
Even if it was a prank, she seemed to know so much about you. Isn't it strange that you don't know her at all?
Who on earth is that girl? Maybe there's someone who has a grudge against you, and she's the one behind this prank. I would never cheat on you. I'm going to marry you, Sandra. I'm devoted to you. Trust me.
I want to believe you, but lately, I've found it difficult to get in touch with you. And you've been canceling a lot of our dates too. I feel a little anxious. I must say that you are suspicious somehow.
I'm sorry about that. It's because of my poor time management. I need to manage my schedule better. I'll make sure this doesn't happen again after we get married, so don't worry about that.
Okay then, but I don't think I can get married to you unless this matter is solved.
What? Why? Are you doubting me?
Well, no one can get married under the suspicion of a cheating partner. I'm worried too. Even if it's just a prank, I won't feel comfortable until it's solved.
That's a good point. I'll try to do more research on that person whose name is Jade. So you should block that girl and ignore her already.
Why? I'm sure we can get some information by talking to Jade.
It's not safe. What if she does some nasty things to you? I'm worried about you.
Did she text you?
I don't think so. Anyway, just do what you're told, okay?
Well, okay then. Jade, sorry to keep you waiting.
How was it? What I said was true, wasn't it? You're going to break up with Darren, aren't you?
No, I checked with him and he said that he doesn't know anyone named Jade. He said that it may be just a prank.
What did you say, Auntie? Have you ever considered about Darren's feelings?
I think it's just a prank.
Huh? It's not a prank. It's the truth. I got a message from him just now.
What did he say?
He scolded me. I just received a lot of angry texts telling me not to talk without permission. I told you everything on behalf of him anyway. I wonder why he's angry.
I have no idea.
Why don't you just say goodbye to him? I'm sure it will all work out. You don't want to make things more complicated, do you?
I think you're lying since Darren hasn't said anything about breaking up with me. Moreover, you don't have any proof that you're in a relationship with him.
I have proof with me. I can show it to you if you want to.
Really? If you have proof, show it to me then.
See? A selfie of me and Darren. There's no doubt about it, right?
I can't tell if the two of you are really dating or not. You don't have to be in a deep relationship to take a selfie, do you? It may be just a coincidence for you to be sitting next to each other with Darren.
What about this? You can tell me and Darren are in love, can't you?
It sure looks like both of you are on a date.
I win! I told you that it wasn't a prank, didn't I? After all, young girls are more attractive than old ladies. It can't be helped, Auntie.
I'm only 3 years older than you. Oh well, thanks for making it so easy to get the evidence. You saved me a lot of trouble.
What do you mean?
Don't you feel sad since you won't be the wife of a company's president anymore?
Wife of a company's president?
What are you talking about?
Will you listen to me? My dream is to become a wife of a company's president and live a happy life. That's why I'm going to marry Darren right away.
I don't get it.
Are you telling me that you don't know about that? Darren is the next president of a company. His father is the current president, and he's going to be his successor in a little while.
Oh, I see. So you want to get married to Darren just because you want to make your dreams to become a company's president wife come true. Am I right?
I was so lucky to meet a person who's going to be the next company's president at the blind date event. It was a time when I was stuck in job hunting. I'm so glad I participated at that event. I'm going to live a happy life from now on.
What are you blabbering about?
If I marry the next company's president, I won't have to work, right? That's why I stopped looking for a job right away. I'm sorry, are you jealous of me?
Oh my.
My life is in easy mode now.
Anyway, I'll break up with Darren. Then you can do whatever you want. But you knew that Darren and I were engaged and you were cheating with him. So I'm going to make a firm demand for alimony from both of you.
Alimony? Yeah, whatever. Why don't you just do whatever you want? I'll have my soon-to-be company's president, Darren, who'll pay it out. That's all I'm asking for.
Oh, that's impossible.
Huh? Why?
Because he won't be the next company's president anymore. I mean, he'll probably get fired from the company.
I'm sure his parents will be pissed at him for cheating on his fiancée, but his parents aren't cruel either. So they'll forgive him and he'll become the next company's president. Don't you think so?
You know what? I think you've misunderstood something. Darren's dad isn't the company's president.
Huh? Then what is he doing?
Darren said that his dad has been working as a real estate staff of an apartment in North Carolina since he retired. I don't know if he's still doing that job.
No way!
My father is the company's president. After we get married, I was thinking of having Darren to take over the company. But now that we are breaking up, this whole thing is off the table. I'm glad I found out about Darren's true personality before we got married.
What? You're lying!
Why should I lie to you?
So even if I get married to Darren, he's just an office worker, isn't he? Well, he may lose his job soon.
What?
He may get fired for what he has done. He's been working for our company for the past 6 months in order to become the next company's president. That's too bad. I'm sure my father will fire him right away when I tell him about Darren cheating behind my back.
Oh no! I can't let that happen. I'm about to graduate from college, but I don't have any job. How am I going to pay for the alimony?
You said I could ask for as much alimony as I wanted, right? I haven't forgotten your words. I'll definitely charge you.
How much do I have to pay? Something between $500?
I don't know. I haven't talked to a lawyer yet. Anyway, I did some research and found out that the market rate is around $20,000.
Are you kidding me? There's no way I can pay that. It's impossible.
You have no choice. You must take responsibility for what you've done.
I'm sorry. I apologize, so please pretend that it never happened. I'll return Darren back to you. I can't pay you the alimony.
I don't need Darren anymore either, so you don't need to return him to me. You can have him.
Then what should I do to make you forgive me? I'll do anything, so please forgive me.
Then just pay for the alimony. That's all I need.
Other than that, please?
I can't think of any.
Then at least let me work for your company. I'll pay you the alimony while I work.
We may be a small company, but we select the best people through interviews. We will never hire someone like you. Please do your best to earn the money you need. My lawyer will contact you shortly.
Oh no! Please, wait! I'm still young. I still have a long way to go in life, so help me.
Soon after, I met with Darren in person and talked with his parents about calling off the engagement. I was disappointed to see Darren trying to get away by lying with such a nonchalant expression on his face. There was no way he could get away with such a lie, since I have the proof with me. My father was furious and immediately fired Darren from the company. Also, he decided to charge Darren for $15,000. As for me, I charged Jade for $5,000 for alimony. Although she was desperately looking for a job since then, she couldn't find a job that would allow her to pay the $5,000 while living alone. Recently, she started working at the red light district. Darren and Jade deserve that. I hope they reflect on their own stupidity. But well, I feel sorry for my father since he just lost his successor. For now, the only solution to that is to have him continue being the company's president for a little longer.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!